Unless you're a competitive athlete, it's a myth that you need to spend hours and hours every week in the gym to build muscle and strength. With one simple technique, I'm going to show you how you can cut your workout time in half without sacrificing any results. My name is Harlow, and I'm the Over-Fifties specialist physio here at HT Physio in Farnham, and it's my job to help active over-50s to remain mobile and independent and pain-free throughout their lives. When we resistance train, we tend to split our workouts up into sets and reps. And a set is just a collection of repetitions done all in one go. So if I'm doing squats and I do 10 squats in a row, that's 10 reps. Then if I rest and I do that 3 times over, that would be 3 sets of 10 reps. And this makes a lot of sense because by the time you finish a set, your muscles are usually quite tired. Now, in between sets, you need to take a period of rest. Typically, that's somewhere between 30 seconds and 5 minutes for most people, depending on what they're doing. But in the gym, if you're resting for 2 minutes between sets, that's a lot of dead time in your workout. For instance, if you did a workout with 8 exercises, you did 3 sets of each, and you rested for 2 minutes between each set, that's 48 minutes of dead time in your workout. But obviously you need rest periods, so how do we make that more efficient? Well, there's one great strategy you can use to do just that. When you finish a working set, it's not typically your whole body that needs rest. It's just the one muscle group, or maybe 2 muscle groups, that you've worked in the previous exercise. So why not, instead of resting, jump straight into a different exercise and save yourself some time? We call this a superset, and it's a brilliant way for the average person to cut down their gym time without sacrificing any gains. Now, as long as you're choosing an exercise that doesn't work the same muscle group that you just worked, you're not really going to sacrifice your performance on the second exercise, and you're going to cut that time in half. Let's have a look at how this works in practice. The key to making supersets work is to choose the right 2 exercises to jump between. And as a rule of thumb, I like to choose opposing muscle groups to work with the 2 exercises. So let's say I just do a chest movement like a bench press or a press up or a wall press up. The next thing I want to do is a back movement because my back muscles here are the opposition to my chest. If I just do a bicep movement, the second exercise I would want to be a tricep movement. Now, you don't have to follow this rule of thumb. It just works really, really well. You can do completely unrelated muscle groups. You can do a bicep exercise straight into a calf exercise. It makes absolutely no difference. But I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite supersets that you can try at home and hopefully see some results. Now, just be aware these exercises are not going to be suitable for everyone. Get checked out before you try them. And there are many more supersets that you can devise at home. You don't have to use these ones, but I hope they help. So if you're someone who can't do press-ups or the bench press and you just want a home workout, let's start you off with a wall press. So you're going to start like this with your palms against the wall, your body nice and straight, and you're just going to go down like this, touch your nose on the wall and come back up. Now, this is a chest and tricep movement. So we're using the muscles in our chest, the pectorals, which live here, and the triceps, which live at the back of the arm. So what I want you to do for your first set is work to the point of fatigue in your chest and your triceps, okay? So you're going to keep going until you feel you can't do any more. Now, as a side note, if you can do more than 25 of these, you probably need something harder. But for many people watching, this is going to be sufficient. Now, as soon as you finish, you've got a bit of a burn in your chest and the back of your arms. You're going to go straight into exercise number 2, which for this is the bent over row. So I'm going to use a stick just so I can demonstrate, but really we want something with a bit of weight. So a barbell works really, really well. You can do this exercise holding 2 bags of books or 2 dumbbells if you have them, but I'm just going to show you how it works with a barbell. So what you would do is you would slightly hinge forward like this, let the barbell hang down just in contact with your legs at the front, and then you're going to pull up until the bar touches your tummy and then back down and up and back down. Now, what this is doing is it's working the muscles in my back. So it's doing absolutely nothing for my chest and my triceps. So even though those first two muscle groups are pretty tired, it doesn't affect me at all doing this exercise because I'm using completely different muscles. This bent over row actually works both your back and your biceps. So the first one did chest and triceps. This one does back and biceps. So it's a fantastic superset because we've saved ourselves time. You would finish the set with the bent over row, you put the weight down, and then you take your rest. But the beauty of this is you probably only need 30 seconds to a minute's rest before your chest is ready to go again with the wall press. So it really, really does save you time to do this. Let's have a look at the second superset now. Before we go any further, I just want to tell you about a very special bonus I've created for viewers of this channel. It's called the Complete Guides to Building Muscle and Strength over the age of 50. And if you're someone who is a little bit confused about how to go about starting the process of building muscle and strength, you don't know what equipment to use or what exercises to choose, this is perfect for you. It's an exclusive 25-minute video that you can't find anywhere else, where I teach you all the ins and outs of building muscle and strength specific for people over the age of 50. So it's one of the best things I've created. I'm giving it totally for free to viewers of this channel. All you need to do is scroll down below this video. There's a link in the description where you can sign up. I'll send you the video straight away and you can get started. It's some of my best info, and if you use it, I hope you enjoy. The next superset we're going to do doesn't necessarily work opposing muscles, but it works unrelated muscles, and it's great for anyone who wants an upper body superset that works their shoulders and their arms. So what we're going to do is we just need two small weights. You can use dumbbells or you can use bottles if you don't have dumbbells at home, or two bags, anything with equal weight that you can hold in each hand. And we're going to do, first of all, the lateral raise, which is a shoulder movement that works your middle deltoids. And then we're going to do the dumbbell twist, which is a bicep movement. We can either do them single arm or we can do them double arm. I'll show you both variations. So here's how it looks. You're going to hold your dumbbells in both hands like this. Nice, even posture. Keep your neck tucked in, or your chin tucked in and your neck relaxed. And the lateral raise looks like this. So we lift the arms out to the sides, trying to almost lead with the pinky finger if you can, as high as you can go, and then slowly back down. Now the key here is by the end of the set, your working muscles should be tired. And it really doesn't matter how many you do. You can do anywhere between kind of 6 repetitions all the way up to about 30 repetitions, and you'll still get a really good result when it comes to muscle hypertrophy, which is muscle growth. The key here though is to get to the point where it feels like a 7 or an 8 out of 10 in terms of hardness. So we should only be able to do a couple more by the time we reach the end of the set. So let's say that's my last one. Before I put the weight down, I'm just going to shake it off and I'm going to go straight in to the twists. So the same weight, same dumbbell, and this is single arm alternating twists. It's a really good way to work the bicep. If you wanted to get it done even faster, we would do double, so going at the same time. You might not be able to use quite so much weight, but you'll feel the fatigue set in quicker. So that could be a good thing. And again, with this one, you keep going until you can't do any more in your biceps, or you really feel that burn there. Stop just 1 or 2 shy of failure, put the weight down, and then you have your rest. But again, you probably only need 30 to 60 seconds rest before you're ready to go again with your lateral raise. The final superset we're going to do today is one for your lower body. And some people are really hardcore and they can superset their quads with their hamstrings. And that really does save a lot of time if you're training your legs. Do you know what? I've never been able to do that. It makes me feel sick to work 2 really big muscle groups, one after the other. And after a couple of sets of that, I'm totally dead. So if I'm doing a superset for my lower body, I like to do one big movement like a squat, supersetted with a small movement like a calf raise. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do today. But feel free to use a different one. Some people like to do a squat into a Romanian deadlift. Fair play if you can do that, but that just isn't me. So I'm going to show you the goblet squat into the donkey calf raise as a superset. What we're going to do for the goblet squat is you're going to take a small dumbbell like this, you're going to hold it up like that into your chest nice and close. And then we're going to keep your back nice and tall, feet about shoulder width apart like this, and then stick the bottom out hinging the hips, bend the knees, keep the back straight, go down as deep as you feel you can, and then come back up. And this is going to be our first exercise. We're going to do this to the point of fatigue, ideally in the quads, the muscles at the front of your thigh, and in your glutes, the muscles at the back of the hip. You're just going to keep that movement going until you start to feel that nice burning feeling in your quads and your glutes. Now, just as a side note, I made a video a while ago showing you that it's totally safe to put your knees over your toes as long as you're used to that movement. And again, I just want to reiterate that knees over toes is not dangerous. It's totally safe. It's actually normal for a squat. So seeing my knees go over my toes is hopefully what you can see here, and that's totally fine for you to do as well, as long as you're used to that movement. So once you've done your set to fatigue, your quads and your glutes feel tired, you put your dumbbell down, no rest, we go straight into the donkey calf raise. So put your hands against a chair or a kitchen worktop or something, take your feet a little bit out behind you like this, stick your bottom out, and then up onto tiptoes and back down. Up onto tiptoes and back down. Now, if you're doing the donkey calf raise with a chair, you would rest your elbows on it. That's totally fine to do that. I'm just showing you a really easy way to do it with a wall. And with supersets, that second exercise, I like to make it really easy to jump straight into. So not one that you need to have a huge setup process for. You know, if you're in the gym, sometimes you have to load up a machine or change the dumbbells. I mean, we want to minimize that time between sets. So any exercise that you can just jump straight into works super, super well. And with this one, again, it's that small movement up and down, and you want to keep going until you feel the fatigue in your calf, and then you stop. And what you can do then is take your rest. You might want to take the 90 to 120 seconds after you do a leg superset, just because it is more fatiguing. Repeat that 3 times over, and those are some great supersets for you to try at home. So that's how to get better gym results in half the time. And I hope I've saved you hours each week without sacrificing any of your results. If you found this video useful, then please do drop a comment below and just let us know we're hitting the mark with this content, because it does mean the world to me when people let us know, and it helps us to improve these videos for you as well. So thank you if you do that. If you did enjoy this video, do consider sharing it with a friend or a family member, because that really helps us to reach new people, and it really does help the channel to grow as well. And if you've not already, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. If you want to get more from me, I've got loads more advice and tips and exercises and exactly the same sort of stuff you've seen in today's video in my brand new book. It's called Thriving Beyond 50, the 2024 edition, and it's got loads of content inside that I think you're just going to love. It's got over 100 exercises, it's 450 pages long, it's 111 natural strategies to help you improve your mobility and your independence, no matter your age. This is perfect for anyone over the age of between 50 and 99 years old. We've had people in as old as 100 read this book and really enjoy it. So if you do choose to pick it up, I hope you really love it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I'll speak to you again on the next video.